Okay, so hey, how's it going? Before the video starts, I just want to let you know the new camera setup is gonna come out in like a couple seconds. But other than that, that's pretty much it. We're gonna talk about Smash Brothers, some issues I have with it, and that's the whole thing. Okay, have fun, watch it, bye. 2020 hasn't been really the best year for Nintendo as a whole, and neither has Smash Brothers. I think, aside from characters, I think the whole scene's been pretty dead. Not just from the lack of content, but also from the community as well. That's kind of failed it. But, but, there are some things that we should keep note of right now and continue talking about going forward because nobody's talking about it. And if they have, they've only talked about it once. So we're going to go all out on this so that we can get the most amount of people talking about it as possible going forward. To start off, Smash Brothers has a horrible online base. Absolutely horrible. It's disgusting. Yet many people play it, so the chances of Nintendo fixing anything around that is 0 to none. The shared content is absolutely garbage in the sense that you cannot search for things as easily as you would in other places. Um, Shared content in Smash Brothers is a lot worse than Super Mario Maker, and I remember Super Mario Maker's being pretty darn good. Um, at the very least, in Super Mario Maker, your stages won't delete after 3 months going forward. And so I always viewed that as kind of, man, it's just kind of dumb why they have that. Um, the way quick matches work, you can't change your fighter in the between matches, and so that sucks a lot. You can't really do that, and you can't really bring a friend to play online with other friends when you're right next to them. So like you can't have two players play online anymore, like amongst other people, like two people locally together at the same time. That kind of stinks as well. Tourneys, they're pretty good, albeit I wish they kept their event tourneys a lot longer because they have some really interesting ideas for tourneys. I don't remember which ones I had in mind, but they would always leave them to be pretty exclusive, and that kind of sucks. You would want to play tourneys that have absolutely nothing to do with being competitive and they are only played in a certain way. That'd be kind of cool, to give people that accessibility, but they haven't. And I don't think they will either, because the game is not only that successful enough to be played online despite the crappy net play, but yeah, no, that's actually the only thing I had in mind. Anyways, and it's not just the online too. Smash in 2020 has done very little to fix everything outside of the game mechanics itself. And what I mean is everything but the gameplay. For starters, you have spirits. Everybody has already criticized World of Light. That's not an unpopular opinion at this point. However, the unpopular opinion that nobody talks about is that spirits, now that we have them, need to be bigger than what they already are. And here's where I get specific. So there are some spirits that, for example, make you giant. And this sounds really cool until you realize that it only leaves you giant for 6 seconds, and then you're just completely normal again. That, I feel like, is really boring when you want to use spirits in a normal Smash battle. Now, we need to get to a point where we are able to use spirits that make us permanently giant forever. And, like, not just, like, for an entire match. And not just 6 seconds, because spirits have so much potential to be something really huge, in which you can use effects in certain um, in certain items for basically ever. You can stay metal, you can stay huge, you can stay invisible, and you know, and the fact that they only want to keep this as minuscule as possible is it's them wanting to assume that competitive players are going to use it, and it doesn't help that a channel like Beefy Smash Dudes is actually taking advantage of it. So what are we gonna do? We just need more dynamic spirits. If we're gonna keep getting spirits, make them more dynamic. And it's not just spirits either. We're talking about just every across the board. I can even argue classic mode. We need a lot more accessibility in terms of the content that we already had, so we can maximize it to its fullest. And they want to take it to the route where you have those accessibility options year by year. Nintendo has said so themselves. I'll have to put a link in the description about a time where they said that they want to keep updates rolling very slowly understanding the fact that their console is going to last a very long time. Now, nobody ever talks about that, but that slipped under the rug, and I will put a link in the description so you can check it out yourself. I really hope that they give us at least those accessibility options at all, if not as soon as possible. Like folders and themes when you're scrolling through the Nintendo Switch console interface. I'm saying a lot. I'm very sorry. Anyways, we're gonna go. We're gonna keep on going. Anyways, classic mode. I always like the way new classic mode has been handled. I think that is a really cool way to do classic mode. I think, however, considering that Smash Ultimate, we can be given the option to do a random classic mode for everybody too. Because there are some classic modes that, say you want to get a really good high score on, some of them have really cheap boss battles compared to others, and it's like, hey, listen, can I go through the same type of route as everybody with this character? Because this character has a pretty boring one or a pretty cheap classic route. So small things like that, you know? I have a bunch of other things to talk about, but these are just a couple. I have no idea how long this video is. Can I check? Anyways, you know, what thing do you want to see change in Smash Brothers to make it appeal more to you? My phone is ringing. It's still recording. It's a scam call. What do you think should be added to appeal more to you? Let's acknowledge the fact that there's a bunch of small things in Smash Brothers that we all want to fix, but there's just not big of an audience to talk about it. So the point is, keep talking about it. That way we can get some sort of word out there. Other than that, I'm Ben Madrano here at Benjamin EX, and we will be seeing you with more content shortly. And by we, I mean me, because no one else is here. Anyways, bye. I love you guys. What the heck? Hold on, it's connecting through Bluetooth. It hasn't stopped. Forget it. Okay.